Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the opportunity from this committee on 8 International Conference on Sustainable Agriculture and Environment. My name is Sanif Praita Pramana in collaborations with my lecturers, Mr. Srihascharjo and Sudarmo. I will present our article with the title is Millennial and Z Generation's Perspective Towards Eco-Office Campaign Implementation in Public Sector. The introductions in 2018, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, or IPCC, cautions that mankind has 12 years to make viable move in endeavors to foster natural growth. That situations needed to follow up, and humanity needs to diminish the present high carbon creation to zero carbon in under 12 years. Indonesia's commitment was reaffirmed through the first National Determined Contribution or NDC document in November 2016 by setting a greenhouse gas reduction target of 29% unconditional to 41% conditional compared to the business as usual or BAU scenario in 2030. Step 2, synergize approaches, plans and programs, calculating spatial planning and standing regulations in the Minister of Finance issue. The Minister issues of Circular Letter number 6 of 2019 concerning implementing the Eco-Office program within the Ministry. The aim is to improve the quality of the living environment and the comfort of the work environment with the effectiveness and continuity of assets in carrying out movements through change in the daily behavior of its worker. It also implements the 12 and 15 as Sustainable Development Goals to ensure the sustainable use and design of generation life online. Furthermore, based on the June 2020 employment statistic book published by the National Personnel Agency, 36% of the central government civil servants are millennials and Z generations. Plenty of research and surveys stated both millennials and Z generations impact society, especially climate change issues. And millennials and Z generation towards environmental concerns found in a lot of surveys. The three of them is Deloitte survey in 2021 that found most significant environmental concern as priority. And then yearly program on climate change communications and George Mason University Center for Climate Change Communication also found that the generous atmospheric deviation is an ecological. And then the last one is on World Economic Forum's Global Shaper surveys that stated that younger age are more stressed than more established age. This is like the border to the other generation, that millennials and Z generations really concerned about the environmental one. But on the Coupa article in 2018 said and found that millennials are not more drawn in with or worried about like just the same with the other generation like baby boomers or silent generations. So the purpose of this study is to determine the extent to which attitudes, perspective, and behaviors apply to the millennial and Z generations toward eco-office concepts. This research is expected to provide input to regulators to pay more attention to the essential things in developing regulation related to the environment from the perspective of the younger generations. The literary review and research method in this article using two theories. The number one is diffusion of innovations by Rogers. Stated innovators must understand the personal characteristic of the audience, including implementing the new rules. And then the second one is integrated behavior model. person is unlikely to perform a specific behavior unless they are motivated to do so. And this article is using case study qualitative research method, which is the single case study research. And we use the semi-structured interview for the primary data source. And on the participant and respondent side, we're using multi-stage random sampling. And on the final participant, we choose the 8 participants, and we use data analysis is 8 steps buy-in. And data validation technique use data triangulations. We use 3, the one in the source, and then the data triangulations, and the last one is the research triangulations. On this article, we have the results and discussions. Number 1 is the leader as a change agent must give a habitual example, like they have a lot of things to push and penetrate the message of how they will implement the social letter number 6. And then the younger generations want to work rather than profit in the past few years, so they share common values and believe that they are more capable of making change as a part of the organizations. And number 3, the third one is they need to adapt. For example, the use of electronic media in workouts, the work chain of files, making it more effective and also save the budget. So the younger generation is needed a time for adapt, but they really know how to use the technology one. The fourth one is the biggest challenge in increasing the awareness is willingness to change, and even a teeny change often gets rejected. This is the initial phase that we found a lot of people still not really want to change from the one that before the sexual letter issued. The number 5 is the reward system will be very effective because the younger generations need to be appreciated by giving just a certificate maybe or interviews on social media for their existence. And the last one is for an innovation to be accepted, efforts are needed to spread innovation through various communication channels like both formal and informal, simultaneously and continuously. For the conclusion of our article, that we concluding that they are like Z generation as millennials demanding and determined, and leaders who share a shared vision for a bright future should nurture those qualities and help them achieve their goals in every way they can. However, meaningful response to climate change are essential for resource conservation and long-term value generations. A simple modification will train employees to think critically about environmental sustainability, and social media is widely regarded as the most accessible medium for disseminating this information. So, for the policy time, and see you soon on the others conference. Thank you.